The Yankees go in with so many question marks next year. It is unbelievable to people they owe a lot of money to. It really is.
Oh, listen,
I mean,
Mike, go around the diamond.
It's unbelievable.
You've got players signed at big money at every position except shortstop.
And not only that, all but two of them, other than Gardner and Ellsbury, you can't count on any of them giving you a big year.
And that going back to what I said about McCann, I said, I don't know that there are too many players in this lineup where I can definitively say they will have better years than they had this year. I think Ellsbury had a very good year. I think this is the type of year that you expect from him.
I agree.
think Gardner had a better year than maybe you expected.
I agree.
And you hope that he continues that. McCann, and if I count what he did in Arizona, Prado had a disappointing year for what especially what you're seeing now from him. I think McCann and Prado are two guys you can say, okay, they're going to improve upon their 2014 seasons. Other than that, how many guys can you definitively say? You'd want to say Mark Teixeira, because especially because the first half of
Beltran,
the season was
A-Rod, Pineda, Nova, Sabathia, Tanaka. That's a lot of guys.
I'm not even going through the pitchers yet. I mean, I'm just talking about the guys in the. Listen, this team's problem has been scoring runs. So if you're talking about the lineup,
but I'm just talking about question marks. There's question marks on every one of those people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
makes it a weird team next year. Plus, what do you do going in? You gave A-Rod third. You get rid of Headley. I mean, what do you do going into the season?
Well, I don't know if you get rid. I mean, if you're Chase Headley, do you want to sign back here, knowing that there's A-Rod right there at third base?
No,
it's his decision too.
No.
So I agree. I don't think. I think he'll get offers to play elsewhere that would probably be.
And what do you do with shortstop?
Form.
And what do you do with shortstop?
Got to find a shortstop.
Well, I mean, do you have one? Do you have one you could play with next year with Drew and Ryan, or you not have one there?
They've got Ryan signed. I don't. Drew's a free agent. I don't know that they've seen anything that would make them want to go back and try that again. You do always have the fallback of Ryan as a defensive first guy, but your problem again, that's not addressing. And you're putting a good body at shortstop, but you're not addressing the problem of offense.
And you're going to get a call from Colorado offering you a guy who is injury prone but exciting and with a big contract in Tulowitzki.
Yeah, and it's one thing when you sign contracts like that yourself, like A-Rod or Teixeira or any of these others, but taking on other people's contracts like that, that's you might want to draw the line.
Colorado is going to offer them Tulowitzki. I am firmly convinced from everything I've heard they are going to be offered Tulowitzki.
Yeah, and it's going to be really everything you talked about. Do you want to take all that into consideration and make the move? They've got it's the biggest part of the problem is that there are too many guys penciled in with big question marks, big salary, and just not enough production. I mean, go around the diamond. You've got Teixeira, A-Rod, and Beltran all signed for next year. You've got Ellsbury and Gardner under contract. You want to call Prado a second baseman at this stage, just to fill the roster, call him a second baseman.
Yes.
You have him. You have McCann. I mean, you've got a full team to field, just maybe not the team that you want, considering the production they gave you this year.
Fascinating finish to the season. But first things first, and that is 14 days of Derek Jeter. That's really what this is now about.
Pretty much.
That's what it's about. Thanks, Sweeney.
Okay, Mike.